Camilla turned grim-faced to Charles after seeing Kate's necklace. Kate successfully executed a revenge plan once again. At the recent Commonwealth event, Camilla showed up in an old, unimpressive pink outfit. It brought back memories of that embarrassing moment when she nearly had a wardrobe disaster while getting off a vehicle in France. The necklace she sported was among the cheapest in the royal collection. In contrast, Kate made a bold statement. She donned Camilla's least-liked color, red. Her hat, dress, and heels were all a vivid shade of red, a color Camilla has always avoided. Kate has a vast array of red outfits, from suits to capes, dresses, and coats. Kate also wore a 30 million necklace, a favor of Queen Elizabeth C, which she last wore at the Queen's funeral. Camilla was fuming, thinking Kate was using the Queen's legacy to overshadow her. To top it off, Kate put on Diana's pearl earrings, a wedding gift to Diana and Charles. Every time Camilla is at an important occasion, Kate deliberately wears earrings to catch Camilla's attention.
Why did King Charles step Camilla aside to stand with Catherine? Recently, at a military parade held by the British royal family, a move by King Charles caught everyone's attention. He gestured for Camilla to step back and stand next to Catherine with his hand. It seemed that King Charles and Catherine had a very good relationship. After all, they had been sick together and encouraged each other. But their warm interaction did not seem like a happy thing for Camilla. After all, after the hospitalization of King Charles and Catherine, Camilla has always been the responsibility of the British royal family, and her figure has been at the forefront of all important events. Now that Charles and Catherine have returned, her popularity seems less dazzling than before. Charles's actions indicate that the future and hope of the British royal family will be focused on Catherine rather than Camilla. This created a huge sense of disparity for Camilla. Catherine and Camilla have significant differences in their etiquette. At the Grand Military Parade in the UK, Catherine elegantly appeared in front of the public wearing high heels. Her back and body remained in a straight line, and she stood in a standard military posture like a soldier. However, in sharp contrast, Camilla hunched over and eagerly got off the carriage. She completely blocked King Charles's camera, but she didn't realize the problem and instead urged him to hurry up. This is completely inconsistent with the etiquette of the British royal family. But Charles didn't argue and gestured for her to give up the central position that belonged to the king. However, clever Catherine always stood on the edge waiting for Charles's arrival, and this respect made Charles feel very warm. He responded with a smile. Afterwards, on the balcony, Charles and his family happily communicated. Camilla, who was standing aside, seemed unnecessary. In order to ease the embarrassment, she began to interject, but her actions were clearly ignored by Charles, so Camilla had to turn to the other side to communicate with others and ease her awkward situation. Throughout the ceremony, Catherine remained elegant and perfect, but Camilla's performance formed two extremes with hers. Catherine once again outshines Camilla. At the welcoming ceremony at Windsor Castle, Camilla did not follow royal etiquette. She hurriedly went to greet the matrons and interrupted Prince William's conversation multiple times. In contrast, although Catherine played an auxiliary role, she was impeccable, especially when Catherine interacted with Bridget. She made 4 kneels and Catherine's every move was very elegant and natural, which highlighted Camilla's embarrassment. At the state banquet, Camilla attempted to showcase her status by wearing Queen Elizabeth II's sapphire jewelry set, but she did not wear Queen Elizabeth II medal. Many people consider this disrespectful behavior towards Queen Elizabeth, but Catherine not only wore the medals of Charles and Queen Elizabeth, but also wore Princess Diana's favorite tiara as an elegant rebellion. At the banquet, President Macron even pulled out a chair for Catherine and sat down only after she was seated. Meanwhile, Camilla's presence seems very low, completely overshadowed by Catherine's limelight. This is the real reason why Camilla did not allow Catherine to wear tiara at the coronation ceremony. In 2005, Camilla finally married Charles. Considering that she married the heir to the throne, this wedding should have been luxurious. Although not as grand as Princess Diana's wedding, it should at least appear dignified on the surface. However, on the wedding day, Camilla neither wore a wedding dress nor a tiara. Throughout the ceremony, she wore a headgear that looked like a broom. This makes it easier for us to understand why Camilla prohibits other members of the royal family from wearing tiara at the coronation ceremony, as she urgently wants to be the focus of attention. Interestingly, Camilla did become the center of attention, not because of tiara, but because she lacked elegance. At the coronation ceremony, Camilla couldn't control her nervousness and kept fidgeting with her hair, making every move look clumsy. In contrast, Catherine, who was restricted by Camilla, stole the show. She followed Camilla's orders not to wear tiara, but she deliberately wore Princess Diana's favorite earrings, which were not only beloved by Princess Diana, but also gifts given to her by Charles before their wedding. Catherine's jewelry was not lacking, and before the Queen's death, she even entrusted a large amount of jewelry to Catherine. Princess Catherine once again stole the limelight from Queen Camilla. At the military parade in the UK, Catherine's appearance once again caught everyone's attention. She wore a light blue suit by the famous designer Walker and a polite one. It is worth mentioning that Diana also wore a very similar coat dress, also designed by Catherine Walker. The image of Catherine of Wales once again reminds people of the former Diana of Wales, who was so shining in the pride of the entire royal family. So when people see Camilla appearing in expensive clothes and jewelry, her body instantly becomes dull and lifeless. At this time, people only see the elegant Catherine and the shadow of Princess Diana on her body, and no one will pay extra attention to Camilla. Catherine once again replaced Diana as the center of attention. Catherine and Camilla have significant differences in courtesy. Although Catherine was not a nobleman, she made great efforts to adapt to the royal family before getting married. Catherine not only studied diligently during the difference between Catherine and Camilla is reflected in the coronation ceremony. Before the coronation ceremony, Camilla requested that all female members of the British royal family not wear tiara and arranged for her 4 grandchildren to carry her cloak, while William's children could only watch the entire ceremony from the audience. At the coronation ceremony, Catherine and Charlotte both wore the same moon crown, and everyone's gaze was focused on them, which was clearly contrary to Camilla's plan. What surprised Camilla even more was that Catherine was wearing her mother-in-law Diana's earrings, and her every move was very much like Princess Diana's, reminding everyone of the once elegant English rose that no one could ever replace her. Camilla also seemed to see Diana's shadow in Catherine's body. Feeling guilty, she frequently adjusted her hair and crown throughout the coronation process, appearing very unconfident. When taking a photo on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, Camilla and her ex-husband's child were arranged in the central position next to King Charles. However, Catherine's family was placed in a peripheral position, but Catherine still became the center of attention again with her elegance, and no one paid attention to Camilla even when she stood in the center of the screen. The difference between Camilla and Catherine is reflected in the wind. In 2023, Camilla became the center of attention at the celebration event by wearing a haute couture dress and a $680,000 sapphire brooch, which was originally owned by Queen Elizabeth II. But even though she was wearing such expensive clothing, she still couldn't maintain elegance in the wind. The wind was too strong that day, and Camilla's hairstyle was blown into a chicken coop by the strong wind. Even her hat slid off her head several times. To avoid embarrassment, Camilla kept holding the hat tightly with her hands. But her windbreaker skirt was still blown by the strong wind, which caused her to expose her legs above the knees, not only unsightly but also very abrupt. The strong wind blew Camilla's skirt, making her very embarrassed. Camilla immediately quickened her pace and rushed towards the room alone, completely ignoring the actors performing in the cold wind, leaving Charles to greet them alone. Camilla's flustered posture made the gorgeous gemstone brooch pale in comparison. However, Catherine, Princess of Wales' performance was in stark. Catherine possesses 4 special treasures that Camilla will never have. Firstly, Catherine was awarded the title of Princess of Wales, which once belonged to Princess Diana. Although Camilla married Charles, she only received the title of Duchess, and Camilla could never become a princess. Secondly, Catherine won the trust and love of Queen Elizabeth II. Although Catherine was not born into Kate Middleton has 5 things Camilla will never possess in her lifetime. First, Kate holds the Princess of Wales title, once worn by the adored Diana. Though the difference in kneeling between Catherine and Camilla. The British royal family places great emphasis on kneeling. Although Catherine comes from a commoner background, she exudes a powerful aura, and her mother raised her according to the standards of a queen. This is also one of the reasons why Catherine was ultimately favored by Prince William. Catherine's kneeling is always the most standard, with her back kept very straight and her knees pressed low, overall very elegant. Everyone sees Catherine as the second Diana, but Camilla's performance contrasts sharply with hers. Although Camilla comes from a noble background and has received good education and etiquette courses since childhood, she always lacked the huge difference between Catherine and Camilla in table manners. Even while eating ice cream, Catherine maintains elegance. Her lip movements are graceful, as if it were a highly appreciated painting. During St. Patrick's Day, a soldier presented a pint of Guinness black beer to members of the royal family. After Catherine took the beer, she only took a small sip while maintaining eye contact with the soldiers, displaying the dignified demeanor of the royal family in her behavior. Catherine's every move while Camilla turned a grim face to Charles after seeing Kate's necklace. Once again, Kate seemed to make a striking impression, as if successfully executing a bold statement. At the Commonwealth event, Camilla appeared in an old, unimpressive pink outfit, evoking memories of an embarrassing moment when she nearly had a wardrobe disaster while getting off a vehicle in France. The necklace she wore was among the cheapest cheapest in the royal collection. In contrast, Kate made a bold statement. She donned red, a color Camilla has always avoided, with her hat, dress, and heels all in a vivid shade of red. Kate has a vast array of red outfits, from suits to capes, dresses, and coats. She also wore a 30 million necklace, a favorite of Queen Elizabeth. Why was Catherine asked to change her name to Kate? This is mainly closely related to Camilla. Kate Middleton's original name was Catherine Elizabeth Middleton, and the main reason she was asked to change her name was due to an initial conflict with Camilla's name. The British royal family believes that Catherine's first letter C is the same as Camilla's C, which may cause confusion, and that Catherine belongs to a noble name. There was once a Queen Catherine in history. Therefore, Camilla suggested that King Charles change Catherine's name, as Charles's name also starts with the letter C. Too many C can indeed cause confusion, so he agreed to Camilla's suggestion and asked Catherine to use the simpler name Kate as a common name. But William still calls his wife Catherine privately, and Catherine's title is still displayed on the official website as Catherine, Princess of Wales. Although her name is now Kate, one day she will become Queen Catherine, which Camilla cannot change.
Why doesn't Camilla like Princess Charlotte? There are three main reasons. Number one, Charlotte looks too much like Princess Diana. Whenever Camilla sees Charlotte, she thinks of the once shining Diana, which is the shadow of Camilla's life. Number two, Charlotte is too popular among the outside world, and her influence far surpasses Camilla like Princess Diana. Number three, Charlotte inherited many jewels from Queen Elizabeth, but Camilla only received an empty title. The most important point is that at the coronation ceremony, Camilla requested that the ladies present not wear crowns to ensure that she was the only focus of the audience. Unexpectedly, Catherine specially wore headbands with her daughter, and their outstanding appearance and perfect temperament directly overshadowed Camilla, making her dislike Charlotte even more.